Hi, I'm Clare. I did the cover for the issue 4 of Pelican, so the trash edition. That was actually never meant to be the cover. I just kind of was on a bit of a jag because somebody had told me that they wanted something for like sort of a punk's not dead sort of thing, and I was sort of thinking around the lines of the classic horns and just, you know, lots of maggots at the moment, so I just wanted to see if I could combine the two, and yeah, that's what I did, and I ended up liking it enough to colour it in, and I sort of sent it through and it ended up being the cover, which was pretty convenient. A lot of people have told me that it looks like jelly beans or baked beans just hanging out on the hand, which I don't mind. I really like baked beans, so there's worse things to compare it to. Yeah, so that's sort of where that came from. It's not a very good origin story, but it's just how it is. In terms of what inspires me, I'd have to say just everyday sort of like strange things that happen in your everyday life, I guess. I mean, I like seeing things that are kind of like broken or twisted or, you know, destroyed. I guess being able to sort of play around with what people think different, you know, shapes are meant to look like, you know, sort of like if you can force someone to see a collection of shapes and be like, no, that's definitely a hand, you know, like, so like if you've got the right shapes and you can make them sort of make the form in their head, if you know what I mean, it's almost like, you know, making someone see something from your perspective is kind of quite nice, I guess. And I sort of like really about like the demystification of art. It really bothers me when people walk into a space and they're super intimidated and you're like, no, it's cool, like just, you know, show me your stuff. You don't have to be super, I mean, if you are in ridiculous amounts of artistic pain and torment, that's fine, but you know, you can also just have fun with it. Like, it's, at the end of the day, I didn't, you know, it just didn't come from like a dark well of sadness. It's kind of just like, oh, look at this little thing, haha. You know, like, you know, draw something cool as well. It's I think it's kind of like undervalued, just like, you know, drawing strange little things. Yeah, I like happy. I think what I do is kind of happy. I try and put a smile on everything that I do, but it doesn't really come across that way. I'm a great believer in you get out on the page what you've consumed, right? So you can't just magically, spontaneously generate art like some kind of mushroom growing out of nothing. You know, you need something that you've seen or something that you've been a part of or something that you've experienced. So I sort of try and start off by drawing something that I've already drawn. So I'll start off by that, almost like warm the page up, which is pretty wanky, but it's just what I do. It doesn't always have to have, you know, a dark well of truth behind it. It can just be like, you know, here we are, we're both people, let's draw strange things and laugh at them and try and make them do little tricks. Yeah, it's sort of like showmanship, you know, playing tricks using your art, yeah. I guess I've got like the fantastic freedom of not having to rely on this as my source of income. Yeah, so it really is, I don't think I'll ever make anything of it, to tell you the truth. Like, I don't think I'll ever go anywhere with it, but it is just sort of like a really nice, a really sort of good application of creativity, pass the hours, that sort of thing. I guess I would like to use different tools. I'd like to become better at doing that. I'd like to become better at working with other people, a bit more patient, I guess. I'd like to be able to make more shirts, which is something else that I do. That would be good. Just more of the same, I think. And in greater quantities.